right, in the next 2 breaths, slowly start to bring yourself into a tabletop. We're going to take this time to come into more of a cool down. So from tabletop, maybe grab a little bit of water, but you're going to slowly flip around and lower down onto the back. And just make sure that if it's handy, you've got a block or 2 with you, because you might be using it for the leg or the hip. So we're going to be coming into longer holds. So maybe grab some water if you need, because once we touch down, most likely we're not going anywhere. So when you're comfortable and you're finding that position where you just bend at the knees, rest the palms on your belly. Allow the backs of the triceps and elbows to ground down to the mat. And then just take a moment here to close your eyes. And take some slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. Start to welcome in a little bit of a pelvic rock. So naturally, as you inhale, notice the belly rise. As you exhale, the belly pulls in and back toward your lower spine, but then add a little bit more of an effort by tucking your tailbone under and then finding even a slight lower glute squeeze, so a pelvic pulse, before you take the next inhalation. You're just rocking on the tailbone forward and back. Take just about 2 more. We're going to be following this up with a figure 4 stretch. So reach that right leg up toward the ceiling, flex the foot, hold here for a moment. Take 3 leg lowers and then lifts. Move nice and slow. Get a little bit of that engagement taking place in through the lower abdominal area. It'll help to re-lengthen through your back. Good, just take 1 more. And the next time the right leg comes up, circle out at the ankle first, and then bend at the knee, taking that ankle just on the left thigh. And for some, this might be enough. Maybe you use the right palm to push that right leg away, or maybe you thread the right arm through the opening of the triangle in the legs, and then the left arm just comes on the outside of the left leg, interlace the fingers just below the knee, and then just hanging out here. Once again, just connecting with your breath. In and out of the nose. If there's lots of heat, lots of pressure, exhaling out of the mouth. Good. Next inhale, bring your head up to touch the kneecap. And then exhale, relaxing your head down. Before we release, you're just going to unbind the arms and then slowly, as best as you can, allow the legs to go over to your left. If you can hold that figure 4 stretch, fantastic. If it's not there, then you could just come to a regular spinal twist where just the right leg comes over top of the left. As best as you can, slowly take the head to look toward the right side. And then coming back to your breath, breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. Okay, we're here for about 30 seconds. Swaying your head from side to side. Slowly start to release the right leg and then just gently bring the legs back up to center. You're welcome to hug the knees into the chest, find a happy baby, rock the body from side to side. Come into that dead bug pose where all four limbs reach up to the ceiling, circling out through the ankles and the wrists. Maybe even interlace the fingers, place the palms at the back of the head, let go of the weight of the head in the arms, and then draw the chin into the chest and take 3 breaths. And then gently releasing your head down, bending at the knees, but just release the right leg down. Extend that left heel back up to the ceiling. Exhale to lower down that left leg in space. Let it hover off the mat. Inhale, slowly bring that left leg back up and repeat. 2 more. Next time the leg comes up, circle out just this ankle. Bending at the knee, coming into that figure 4 stretch. We're switching sides. Left arm comes through the triangle. Interlace the fingers. And then just allow yourself to rest. Now we're being very passive in these stretches. Nothing is active about it. You're not really engaging the arms or anything like that to try to really pull the legs in closer. Rather, you're just allowing gravity to do the work. Good. Final 2 more breaths. Where the last inhale, you bring your head up to try to touch the right knee. Then you exhale, relax the head back down to the mat. Just release the arms. And you're going to do the best that you can to lower down the legs toward the right. Okay, reposition yourself. If, like me, you're close to a wall and you're getting stuck. And then if you still have that bind, fantastic. If not, that's okay. You're gently taking your head to look to the left. And just finding that mirror pose, what you did on the other side, you're doing here. And doing your best to relax here for another 2 more breaths. Your head sways from side to side first, before you gently start to unbind, hugging both knees into the chest. Inhaling the head up At your own pace, exhale, releasing your head down. And just one more pose here. You're going to be taking one of your blocks, any prop really, that could support you. As you lift your hips up to the ceiling, take that prop at level 1 height, just underneath your glutes. Not your lower back. You want to keep that natural curvature untouched, just on the butt. And then if you're comfortable, extend the legs toward the back end of your mat, allowing those toes to externally rotate, whether the feet are at hips width or maybe you walk them out a little bit more. And then palms can either be on the hips or you could cactus out the arms. Okay, this is our final pose in this series, so just hang out here for about 2 minutes. You shouldn't feel any kind of pain or discomfort unless you've had some kind of slip disc or hermitage in through the spine. And if that's the case, maybe use a pillow, something a little flatter, softer, not as high. And then just allow that body to come into a position where quite literally you can relax into. There's no discomfort. You should be entirely relaxed. Closing your eyes, and then take some slow, easy breaths in through the nose and out of the nose. You're more than halfway through. If your mind is racing quite a bit, you can try counting your breath. So inhale for a count of 5. Exhale for a count of 5. Okay, take 2 more counting breaths. And then slowly start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Reach the palms down to the hips, bending one knee at a time. We're coming into a bridge to release. So tuck the tailbone under. You could hold here for a second if you're feeling any kind of tightness through your lower back. And then lift your hips as high as they can go, holding the hips up as you move the prop to the side. And then try to shift the weight toward the shoulders and your head. Chin comes closer to the chest. Ujjayi breath becomes prominent, and you're still squeezing the hips and lifting them high. Take about 3 more breaths here. Soften your toes, no gripping in the jaw. And really slowly now, vertebrae by vertebrae, you're going to lower the back until the hips touch. Either hug the knees or sway the knees from side to side. You could inhale your head up, exhale the head down. And whether you come into your next add-on or you release into your final Shavasana, you're either coming into that final pose or you're gently rolling to the right side of your body, pushing yourself up toward a comfortable position, and then coming into a child's pose if you decide to do another series.